a lot of the John Varvatos bottle. Oh my god, nearly dropped it. What's up, party people? Today we're talking about John Varvatos Artisan Pure, a great summer fragrance. But the reason I'm making this video about that particular fragrance is because there are a lot of rumors out there that this fragrance is getting discontinued and it's getting closer to summer, so the price will probably increase, and I wanted to give you a chance to buy that fragrance if you're interested in it at a reasonable price. And the second reason is that my parents were never as impressed about a fragrance as they were about that one. If you want to know the whole story and a lot more about that fragrance, then definitely stay tuned. First of all, to get the numbers out of the way, this fragrance cost 125 euros. No, it doesn't cost 125 euros. It costs 50 euros for 125 milliliters, which I think is a pretty great price for the quality of the juice you're getting and the amount of juice you're getting. But I also do have to mention that there are sometimes deals on this fragrance where you can get it for 43 bucks, which I got it at, pretty happy about it. But I think you will be happy with the fragrance regardless if you buy it at a discount or not. I also want to add to that this fragrance costs 50 bucks as of the time I'm shooting this video. And in general, if a fragrance gets discontinued, isn't available anymore, and has been pretty popular on the internet or in the fragrance community in general, then the prices in general will actually skyrocket and you have to pay 2 or 3 times the amount of the retail value. So just keep it in mind if you're thinking about picking that fragrance up. Right now may be a good time before summer, before it may be discontinued, which we all don't really know for sure, but it could be a thing. And getting to the next point on my list, the actual presentation. In my opinion, this bottle actually looks pretty cool, and a lot of the John Varvatos bottle, oh my god, nearly dropped it. In general, a lot of John Varvatos bottles or fragrances have a pretty nice presentation. What's also pretty cool about this fragrance bottle is that it somewhat resembles what the fragrance smells like and the vibe you're getting. Some Caribbean vibe, maybe high heat, something like that, white t-shirt, a woody base, something along those lines. And this fragrance actually does a pretty good job at resembling the fragrance. The Atomizer is definitely not something to write stories about. It's nothing special. It's an okay atomizer. There's not too much juice coming out in one spray, and I also saw an example of that, but it does the job just fine, so I also can't complain. And now we're getting to a very interesting point in this review, the smell of the fragrance. In my opinion, it starts off very bright and nearly as bright as my future if you like this video, and very citrusy, some lemon, some bergamot, a little bit of orange. And this citrusy vibe is actually present from the opening all the way to the dry down. It's always the dominant note, at least to my nose. But when it dries down, it gets pretty interesting because you not only have the citrusy vibe, like I said, it is present and it's dominant, but also some green and woody vibes are mixed to it, and it really gives a very interesting smell which you can't smell on other fragrances. I mean, there probably is some fragrance which smells pretty similar, but you can be sure that if you wear this fragrance, you will stand out. And in general, I don't, like I said in my fragrance haul video, which I link somewhere here, where I opened that bottle for the first time and smelled it, I don't like citrusy fragrances in general. And I actually kind of like that one. I'm really looking forward wearing this fragrance in the summer because this citrusy is not some disgusting synthetic citrus. This fragrance smells very, very natural and very pleasant. So maybe if you are kind of in between liking citrusy fragrance and not, this may be the fragrance to try because it also gets pretty interesting in the dry down and it's not only a generic citrusy fragrance. At this point of the video, I also want to add the story of my parents really liking the smell of the fragrance. So my dad a couple of weeks ago went on a little fragrance haul, just like myself, maybe a little bit inspired by the video I posted on YouTube, and also bought 4 or 5 fragrances, something like that. And amongst those fragrances, he also bought John Varvatos Artisan Pure. So when the fragrances finally arrived, I went on a video call with him one day later and asked him about his opinion about these fragrances, because I recommended a lot of those fragrances he bought to him, and I was probably way more excited about his opinion on these fragrances than he was actually about these fragrances. But I mean, I have a passion for fragrance, so that's just normal. And when he talked about the fragrances, first of all, he liked all of them, thanks God. And when he got to John Varvatos Artisan Pure, it was kind of like he's talking about a different level of fragrance. When he talked about the other 4 fragrances, they were all good. But when he talked about John Varvatos Artisan Pure, it was kind of like it's on another level. It's more natural smelling, it's more unique than the other fragrances he bought, it's more pleasant to the nose. And also when I asked my mom on these fragrances, because I was also curious about her opinion, it was the same story. It was kind of, this fragrance is playing in another league. And I just wanted to share the story with you, because it shows that you also don't have to spend enormous amounts of money to get a great fragrance and to get a fragrance which is unique. That one is a pretty good one. We just talked about the amazing smell of the fragrance, and now when we're going over to the longevity and performance of the fragrance, it really isn't all that good. Longevity on my skin, I get around 4 to 5 hours, not that good. Projection, moderate, not that good. But in my opinion, the price point which the fragrance is at and the smell of it kind of balances the poor projection and the poor longevity. And what I could find online is that a lot of John Varvatos fragrances don't last that long, and that they actually made some improvement with the John Varvatos Artisan Pure. In my opinion, it still isn't that good, but it seems to be improved from what a lot of people say. In terms of season and occasion, in my opinion, this is 100% pure summer glory. With the citrusy vibe and everything, this definitely is a summer fragrance. And I really can't wait to wear it at the city park here in Hamburg. It's going to be freaking great. And in terms of occasion, just like the bottle is white. You can rock this with a white shirt, with a white t-shirt, something like that, and it's also very versatile. Just a great everyday fragrance in the summer. And maybe if you don't wear a suit or something like that to the office, if you're just going to the office more with casual clothes, this also suits the office environment. The compliment factor on this fragrance is actually pretty good. It's a versatile scent, it's fresh. A lot of people seem to like fresh fragrances more than they like sweet fragrances. And I couldn't test it too much with the whole situation right now, but the people who smelled it on me all liked it quite a bit. And what I could find online, the people who got this fragrance and tested it also got quite a lot of compliments with it. So, pretty good. So, should you buy it or not? I think you should buy it if you are interested in that fragrance and you are thinking about buying it right now, because it may be discontinued and the price may rise before summer. And if you like citrusy fragrances in general, because then you probably will love this fragrance, because it's doing some pretty interesting stuff when it dries down. So I'd give it a recommendation. Thank you very much for watching my review, people. I really do hope that you liked it, and also my little story I put in there. If you do, then definitely give this video a like and let me know down in the comments what I can improve for the other videos I'm putting out. Obviously, also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the little bell down there, and I see you in the next one. Out.